Hi guys, how are you? I want to share this very heavy prophetic dream that I had. And I remember telling you guys that I wasn't going to speak on what's happening with Palestine and Israel unless God tells me to speak. The only thing that God mentioned to me at the time when I made that video was judgment. He didn't mention anything else to me. Okay, not last night, but the night before, I had a really hectic prophetic dream, and I kind of sat on it because I was gonna wait, and I wanted God to, give me that confirmation that I have to post. And I got the confirmation that it's important that I say something. So God did say judgment. Okay, and I want you guys to understand that what's happening now with the war, it's meant to happen. It's supposed to happen. It's sad that it's happening, but it's supposed to happen, right? This is something that has already been spoken about biblically. Okay, this prophetic dream, I'm going to tell you guys what the prophetic dream is. So basically, I was in the Middle East, okay, and in this, it's so crazy. I was supposed to go to the Middle East in August, and I didn't get to go because God told me it's not time to go yet, so I never went. But in this dream, I was in the Middle East, and so what happened was, basically, for some reason I was staring at this beach. And do you know how, like, in the Middle East, they have, like, these salt beach? Like, I don't know if it's just in Egypt or just in Jordan, but there's, like, a beach, it's like a salt beach. It was like I was at this salt beach. It was like my feet was in the sand, but there was a lot of salt around me as well, right? And the water was, like, salt water, right? And I wasn't in the water, but I was definitely staring at the water, the ocean. And there was an angel with me. The angel of the Lord was with me, okay? And he was talking to me, but I couldn't see him, but he was talking to me. And, I remember him telling me not to go into the water, and I was just mesmerized by the water. But I saw a lot of people swimming in the water, and I also saw a lot of people on the beach, right? So it was like there was almost like a line. There was a line between, like, getting close to the water and really just, getting close to the, like, concrete area, right? So he told me not to pass that line, so I didn't pass that line. And then I asked why I shouldn't pass that line, and he said, oh, just don't pass that line. I'm like, okay. I'm like, this beach is beautiful though. What type of beach is this? And he said, it's Palestine. That's what the angel of the Lord said. It's Palestine. And I'm like, okay. So that's when I knew, like, okay, God is showing me something. Because even right before I went to bed, I heard the Holy Spirit say, message, pay attention. This was like right before I went to sleep. So when I went to sleep and went into this dream, I knew there was something that God was going to reveal to me, but I didn't know what it was, right? So right then and there, like, once the guy said, okay, this beach is Palestine Beach, I'm like, oh, okay, this has to do with what's going on, right? But where I was, it was kind of like I wanted to go in the water, but I wasn't allowed to go in the water. So I just stayed. But I was on Palestine Beach, but there was a line that I wasn't supposed to cross. I said, okay. He told me not to go past that line. There was a reason. It was for safety purposes. And I said, okay. So next thing you know, I saw this seal, this mom seal and this baby seal. And the mom seal was I don't know why there was a seal in the salt water. I don't know why God showed me that, but there was a mom seal and a baby seal, and the mom seal was, like, protecting the baby seal. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And then the angel of the Lord said, get ready. And I'm like, what? So I couldn't even see the angel. I just knew it was an angel that was with me, but I couldn't see him, but I could hear him. So next thing you know, I looked to my right and I just saw a stampede, like a bunch of these animals. Do you guys remember the animals in Lion King? The animals that trampled over Mufasa? These were the same type of animals that were coming. They were all coming full force when I turned to my right. So I turned around to run, and when I turned around to run, I ended up seeing a door. And the door was on my left side. So I went into this door and I shut the door and I was hiding, right? And as I was hiding, I heard these animals coming in, where I was hiding was like a city. It was like a city with, like, you know how in the Middle East they have, like, the stone houses? So it was like a city with a stone house. So I was hiding in this door and I shut the door. And so when I was hiding, I heard babies crying. I heard people screaming. I heard, like, it was horrible. It was horrible. And they were opening doors and killing people. And it was so bad. It was so bad, guys. When I tell y'all, it was so bad. It was so bad. Anyways, after that finished, like after everybody stopped screaming, I sat there for a little bit and I was waiting. I'm like, okay, there's no more noise. But I was scared because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden this cat came into the room and I was like, no, go, they're gonna see me, they're gonna know I'm here, I want you to leave. And the cat's like, meow. I'm like, no, go. Like, I'm trying to hide, you know. And the cat like basically let somebody know where I was, but the person that opened the door, it looked like he was from the Caribbean. I think he was, and he watches my channel. This is a prophet. He was there. This is a prophet that watches my channel. So I think he was Bahamian or somewhere in the Caribbean. He walked in and he was like, come out. I'm like, what? They're gonna get me. He's like, no, come out. God saved you. Don't worry. God kept you for his glory. I'm like, no, but then he's like, just come out. Just come out. I came out. And as soon as I came out, I heard the angel of the Lord speak, and the angel of the Lord said, they're watching. I'm like, who's watching? He said, other prophetic leaders. I'm like, oh, so they saw this whole thing go down? And he said, yeah. So this guy now, he brings me into the city. And as we go into the city, he was showing me like, whoa, look how many houses these people went into and killed how many families. But for some reason they didn't go through your door. And I'm like, but you said God kept me for the glory. And he's like, yeah, he did. But I'm just saying, like, I'm showing you how many discreet doors there are here where people would not ever think there were doors. So basically people had like these secret rooms that did not even look like a room. It looked like a plain wall. But for some reason they were able to push through these walls and hurt people. But where I was hiding was a whole door. You could tell it was a door and nobody came in. So that's what he was trying to say, like, look how yours was not just, you were not in a discreet place, you were in a place that was obvious, but they didn't come for you, but they went to hurt people that were in a discreet place. That's what he was basically saying. And I was like, oh, okay. So I ended up saying, what am I gonna do? What's going on? What should we do? He said, acknowledge it, pay attention, acknowledge it. I'm like, acknowledge what? And I looked around, I just saw all this blood, and I was like, oh my God, I just saw all this blood from the war. So it was like I was in the middle of the war, but I was seeing the after effects of the war when I came out. And as I woke up, I was told judgment again. So I just want to share that with y'all, okay? I asked God when I woke up, I asked the Holy Spirit, should I say something? And he said, you have to. But I waited to see if there's any additional things, and he didn't say anything additional, but I had to share that dream with you guys. So this war is supposed to happen. I know it's messed up to say, but it was supposed to happen. But I want to tell you guys something. Despite what's going on, please pray, not just for one place. Pray for both sides, because I'm telling you right now, there's innocent people on Palestine's end and there's innocent people on Israel end. So you get what I'm saying? So it's definitely a spiritual warfare that's happening. It's a spiritual warfare. It's not a physical warfare. It's something that's going on spiritually, and we have to definitely pray for the innocent people. Don't just be like, I'm just praying for this person, I'm just praying for this country. No, pray for everybody involved. There's innocent people involved. Pray, okay? But that's what I saw in the prophetic dream. Remember, when I woke up from that dream, God said judgment. So I just want to give you guys this confirmation. You know, I know other prophetic people saw this, but just pray for both sides. It's a spiritual war, and we just got to pray for both sides, okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.